All right, hello, my name is Jordan Arel, and today I am going to be telling you about a new idea I have, a habit I'm starting, a website that I am creating, and something I want to invite all of you to come and do with me, which is called cruxing. And so, what is cruxing? What is a crux? Essentially, cruxing is this idea that um, we are coming to what I believe to be the hinge of history, the moment in time when this is kind of like this is the big moment. Like AI is like getting really, really, really good, really fast, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down much yet. It will probably slow down sometime in the next 5 years or so, but it's by then it may be like already superhuman. It's not totally clear. And so a crux is an idea which, if we all kind of knew about it, or at least some people knew about it and acted on it, it could significantly change the value of the future. It could, we could either make the future much better in some way, or we could prevent an existential risk, which is, like people dying. For example, if humanity died out, that would be an existential catastrophe. And there could be other existential catastrophes, like a totalitarian regime taking over and instantiating itself like permanently. Suffering risks, where there's like massive suffering that just continues to happen endlessly into the future, could be a thing that actually happens. For example, if AI actually ends up being sentient, and but we did like keep control of AI, but say that we just kept it enslaved and it's like suffering intensely, and we just don't care. That could totally happen if humans just don't care that much about AI suffering, because it's very economically useful to us. So there's lots of different ways things could kind of go catastrophically wrong, and we want to avoid any of those. And equally, there's lots of ways that the future could be incredibly good, and we want to make sure that we don't miss out on the most important of those. And it's possible that we might, by default, we might just, kind of go down a trajectory that ends up in a future that's pretty good, and it's maybe even really good, but it's might still only be 1% as good as it could have been. And we might just never know it because we don't really try to optimize for the best possible future. So these things seem like they could happen very soon. There could be like a lock-in event where, because AI becomes so powerful, it's able to actually lock in a future to being really good or really bad, or just mediocre or whatever. And it's like there's many different ways this could go. There are potentially many different attractor states, ways that systemic factors could kind of solidify in different ways. So I don't need to go into all of that today, but yeah, that's kind of why this is important. And a crux is any kind of idea that it's like, if you understand this idea, then there's a chance that that idea could like significantly improve the value of the future, make us more likely to avoid one of these existential risks, or make us like much more likely to achieve a much better future than we otherwise would achieve. And sometimes these are also called crucial considerations, which is a term from Nick Bostrom. Crucial considerations for long, cruxes for short. But yeah, so I want to create a new habit where every day I'm going to write out whatever the most important crux is that I can think of. So, excuse me. So a crux, I want to write it out as like a 5-minute post or less. And yeah, basically, like a crux could be anything. It could be anything. It could be any idea. Like this itself is a crux. Writing out my cruxes every day is a crux, because I think doing that could be really powerful, and I also think that having other people do the same thing could also be really powerful. And that's why I'm creating this website that's called Crux, where people post only cruxes, nothing allowed on Crux besides cruxes. It has to be a crux. That is to say, something that could significantly improve the trajectory of the future if we act on it. And so, yeah, so that's what a crux is. That's why I want to write them down every day, because I come up with a lot of these. I do research on existential risk, and as well as on better futures type work. And yeah, I think that by writing these down every day, there's a lot of benefits that will come from that. I think if I write them down more, they'll come to me faster. I'll get better and better at writing them down and at speaking them out loud, because I want to make a YouTube video every day as well. Yeah, I think it could be really good for just kind of getting good ideas out there. And again, if a bunch of people did this, we could get a huge number of good ideas out there. It's like so many researchers, what happens is like you have all these great ideas and you try to put them into like a research paper. And you might be working on a research paper for like months and months even, if it's a really long one or really in-depth. And yeah, you might have like a number of good cruxes within that research paper. But ultimately, it's kind of a very slow process where you want to be very rigorous and meticulous and like get all these things like very perfected. And yeah, you might have like a few good cruxes in a paper, and then a lot of them might be like not quite as important, but there's at least a few really good ones. But then yeah, it's like a few months, and then you have like several cruxes within this paper. And I think people come up with good cruxes every day. And oftentimes, a crux isn't something that needs a whole entire research paper. Oftentimes, you can have the best idea of the research paper is a single crux, really. It's like the key thing in this research paper that you need to know. Could just be a one short post that's like, you can communicate it in 5 minutes or less. And so that's why, yeah, I'm creating this website, hopefully app at some point. Right now it's just a website, but it could be an app too. I like to think it could be an app. Yeah, my roommates basically did all the work on it for me, coding it up. I thought of it though, and I thought of like a lot of the ideas for it, so I get some credit. And yeah, basically it's like a fire hose of like all of the best ideas in the world for trying to like make sure that the future is good, as like this fire hose into every researcher's brain, directly like a direct link, like because it's just like idea after idea after idea, where it's like my vision is like every single researcher is posting their very best idea that they have, that they can think of, that they haven't already posted on a previous day, because if they're doing this every day, you know, they might have already posted a lot of great ideas, but like there's always more, and like the more you post often, the more you get. So you can post your very best idea that you haven't posted or you can even post the same idea again if you think you could just like write it a lot better because you didn't write it quite as well as you wanted to the first time. You could rewrite the same idea too, but yeah, just writing your best idea every day, and then just have this website where it's idea after idea after idea, and every one you can read within 5 minutes. And yeah, and so it's like you just go like straight down the list, reading these ideas. And yeah, in an hour you could easily read 12 ideas for sure. If you're a fast reader, you could probably read 20. And you could do that every day, you know, or you could put them. We really need to get an audio plugin for it where you can just like listen to it too, because I think that would be nice. Get 11 Labs hooked up to it. The app is very, very much in beta version. It's like very much the most basic possible version. So keep that in mind if you do use the app. I do plan to keep updating it and keep improving it. Yeah, I just wanted to start using it and getting people actually using it and giving feedback on it. I do appreciate feedback. You could just, I don't know how to give feedback, but somehow give me feedback. I'll post these on the EA forum as well, so maybe you could comment on there. I guess you could comment on my posts on Crux and give me, I don't know. We'll have a feedback button at some point, I'm sure. That's an important thing that we should actually have. Yeah, anyways, this is what I'm doing. This is my vision. I'm really excited about it. I want everyone to start doing this, like I said. It's really easy. It's like you can just post something, post your best idea, have like everybody doing this, and yeah, like why not? It's fun. The website's meant to be very fun, like good vibes. We have like kind of like we're calling it the TARDIS version. It's like the Time Lord sort of like in his TARDIS, like looking into the future and like seeing like how things need to like change and shift around. And yeah, it's all about like bringing your best self to the table, figuring out how you can actually shift the trajectory of the future, bring your best self, your best ideas. And yeah, you can only post one post a day, because it's like if you're posting 20 posts a day, or cruxes as they're called, if you're posting 20 cruxes a day, are they really going to be like the best ideas in the world? Like, I don't know. I think one a day is plenty, but do one every day. Definitely do one every day. You know, maybe spend 30 or 60 minutes on it. I'm trying to spend 90 minutes every day. But I think like, yeah, if you spend that much time writing a post that's 1 to 5 minutes long, then you could make that post really good. And yeah, it can be your very, very top crux, your most important crux. and you can help a lot of people with this. Not just, well, like, you're helping the researchers to all like collectively level up, but then like the researchers, you know, we're trying to figure out how to redirect the course of humanity toward like being the best possible future. I really got to go to bed. Sorry, that's why it's like weird and weird, creepy, dark vibes. I like to call it cool. It's like the cool vibes. It's cool vibes. Yeah, that's about it. I need to go to bed. I'm all up for improving the future, avoiding existential risk. I hope you are too. Let's do this together. Let's make it happen. And yeah, I will post a link to the app to the website in the description of this video. And let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff that you're supposed to YouTubers are supposed to say to do. And I'll see you again tomorrow.